What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. We are back on iRacing for PCC Production Car Challenge at Snetterton 200, track I've raced previously in Mazda Cup. Actually, it's probably about a week ago now that you saw that by the time I'm doing this. It's Friday evening. No idea if we're going to be any good, but I'd like to get a win here this week. Obviously, I've never won at Snetterton. It's a new free track to the service. So I've been practicing in the Mustang, been getting some good laps in the last seat time. Still don't feel that comfortable, but at least know where the track goes, and we're going to see how we do. So we're going to see what this field's like. Maybe we'll compete, maybe we won't, but hopefully we get some tips, get a little bit more improved lap time, and maybe we'll be competitive. I have no idea, but got to race it to figure that out. So we'll see how we do. We got about 3 minutes left here till race session launches. Probably going to be people that are faster than me. It's just about whether or not we can learn, maybe beat them if they make mistakes and so on. Not sure how traffic's going to play out. Relatively tight track. No real passing zones in the corners other than into turn two. All the rest of the corners aren't, heavy brake zones or anything, so that actually makes it pretty difficult and pretty tricky to pass lap cars, so that could be a factor as well. We'll just have to see how it goes. So don't really know what I'm getting myself into, but hopefully it's at least a fun time, and like I said, if we can learn something, find a little bit of pace, that'll be good. So we'll see how it goes. I have not been quite, I'll say, on the pace I need or want to be at to probably feel like I am really competitive. The best I've run is like a 19.2. I've run a couple of 19.2s. I know fast guys in the Mustang are in the high 18s, so we're at least 3, 4, 5 tenths off of really fast guys. But we'll see. Again, who knows? Could be weather. Could be a lot of things. So 19.6 is the fastest in this particular practice session. Yeah, we'll see how we do. We got probably time for maybe not one lap. We'll go out anyway, see if we can get our feet wet. Make sure we remember how to drive. Been a couple hours. I mean, I guess it was yesterday, but pretty blind in turn one. Not a lot of sight lines here, so gotta be very careful. Very tricky. Obviously, cold tires are going to be scary as well. Turn one is giving me a lot of issues just with the weird brake zones. I feel pretty confident about where I place my car everywhere else around here, so. Lap 2 will be the money lap in Q, as usual. A little bit deep in there, probably a little bit too deep on cold tires, but that's okay. It's a nice little brake drag in there to get the nose in. Really float your exit pretty hard. We'll leave it third here. Really try to float this, I guess technically second to last corner. You want to keep it tight, third to last, set up bollards. Brake hard down the second. Avoid the inside curb, fly off track. That's naturally the way to do it. Justin, way to go. It is a difficult track. Especially in this car, it does slide around. It's very hard to get the car settled and pointed where you want it. Makes it difficult. I don't have any real pace expectations, but we'll see how it goes. I know I'm leaving out time in turn one for sure, but up the inside again, passing is going to be a premium around here. Traffic's going to be a premium as well if you can get through traffic. Create gaps, that'll play very well, because again, we're not going to be able to go anywhere through this section even if we wanted to, because there's going to be a Mustang in the way. So, but regardless, race is launching, so we won't have to worry about that right now. So it's going to be difficult, it's going to be tricky. Just have to see what kind of split we get in. Again, I feel okay around here by myself, but it's PCC. You never know what's going to happen with traffic and other stuff. So we'll give it a whirl and see how we do. Again, really just trying to get some seat time. So if it goes well, great. Otherwise, hopefully we learn a little bit and we can get a little bit better to be able to take a stab at another time. So we'll see how this goes. We are ready. Senna Straight. Never realized that the straightaway had names. Didn't pay that much attention to it. I tend to not feel that confident in stuff I don't race often anymore, just because I'm out of practice from the stuff I race regularly for the most part, or not regularly, I should say. But you know, I feel okay. It's the track that's become the issue for me at this point. I pick up the Mustang again pretty quickly, but it's just the fact that I'm out of the car pretty regularly. It looks like there are a bunch of Mustangs towards the bottom of this split here. Jared and Jean, we're the top Mustangs, so that gives me a little bit of confidence that we could be okay. We'll just have to give it a whirl. This is a really old Mustang set from several years ago, actually, but no idea how much fuel we'll need for Q, but we'll just go out and see how we do. This is plenty, so. I don't even know if you want more fuel or less fuel in this car here at this point. I know you used to want less and then you wanted more for a while, so we'll play it by ear. Got cars everywhere. This number 30 Mustang is all over the place as well here. Get the power down nicely. So yeah, it looked like there were about 8 or 9 Mustangs total. And cold tires will probably not be that much fun. Didn't really want to be side by side there, but hey, whatever. We're racing, right? Lovely. All right. So yeah, this is going to be probably a battle of Q first of all. Get some track position, then stay on track is the key. So keep the tires on. It's going to be important as well. And no mistakes. So easy to make mistakes in this car, and the track seems to promote that as well. So we'll hope for the best. Not going to get a chance, unfortunately, to get through turn 1 at speed, which I would desperately like. We may. Okay. Break at 150, see how that goes. Probably a little bit early, but seemed to work okay. All right, time for Q. Cool. We are ready. Need a lap here, Justin. We really need a lap to push towards the front if we can help it. Get a solid lap, you know, a low 19. I think that would give us a shot at least to do something good here. There we go. I do love shifting this car. It's actually a fun car to drive as well. People are mixed about it, and it will, I'm sure, be replaced this calendar year, like all the PCC cars have, except the MX-5, like with my beloved Solstice. And the Jetta obviously was the other one. I'm sure this car will be replaced by the end of the year when they get a Dark Horse version in, like I don't know if it's going to be a GT4 Dark Horse or what, but I have confidence that this car's days are numbered, which is fine. But regardless, I will continue to enjoy it and love it. Well, we continue on at this point. It is a fun car, not my favorite by any means, but of the 4 remaining cars in PCC, I love the Jetta and I love the Solstice. Obviously, this car is next best, so we'll back this up here, try to get a solid first lap just in case, even though second lap will probably be the money lap. Try to get one on the board here just in case the second lap all goes wrong. We are ready. I'll shut up for about 3 minutes here, run a couple Q laps, and I'll be back. All right, well, that seemed like an okay lap. We'll see what the lap time says. Not sure it was great, but it was a lap at least, so see how that stacks up. 19.7 is not great, but definitely think that could be beaten, so we'll go again. All such there through turn one, big bump. Not a great exit there, but I think there's time in this corner as well. It's just so hard to push and find it. Definitely some people that are in the ballpark of our pace, but we'll see if they can put laps together. Not sure if that's going to be any faster or not, but it at least felt okay, so. See what this time is. Like to find a couple tenths. And we did, we've run a 5, so. A couple tenths was all we found, but it was at least a couple tenths, so. Now we'll see what everybody else can do in Q. Jean obviously looks decently fast. He ran at 21. There's a 24 from Jared. So people are there, thereabouts. We'll put the key or the race set back in. Excuse me. Yeah, this set is very old. 20.1 for Jean there. So he's got at least competitive pace within several tenths. See what Jared is able to do on lap number 2. I'm pretty happy with this lap. I don't know if it's actually fast. It's probably not, but it's in the ballpark, and we're only about a second faster than the fastest of the pink cars, which I think is the 86s. So I figured that they would be the fast 86s. I figured would be fast, and they are indeed. So we'll see what other Mustangs have to run yet. 28, 29, 32, and 33. So people towards the back. I think if these guys don't improve, it looks like Jared did not improve as well. 20.2. I think that this might stand as a good lap. So not a good lap, but a good enough lap. So we'll see. Obviously, going to just give it our best here. We know we have a good set on. We just got to keep it. Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know how much traffic's going to play a factor. We have to try to get away for sure. Obviously, at the start, that's going to be key. Don't know where the green comes out at all. Never run any laps here, or any races, I should say. I've run laps, but I've never run any race laps here, so we're just going to have to wing it, hope for the best. Only 8 corners here on the 200 circuit. Obviously cuts out the tricky middle bit from the 300 circuit. 25 minutes. I don't even know how many laps that's going to be. Probably not quite 20, or maybe 20 would be my assumption, but I don't know. We'll see. So we know we're in good shape. We know we have decent pace. Hopefully we can hang on. So yeah, I feel good about it. No mistakes. I don't usually make a lot of mistakes, but obviously 2 guys behind me are within touching distance. So it's going to be key. And avoiding the traffic. That's always the scary part. So making good moves, timing your moves well, and then not making any mistakes in the brake zones. Obviously easy to slide this car, especially on cold tires. And you do not want to burn off the rear tires. That is going to be an absolute disaster class if you do that. So try to avoid doing that. It looks like one of the Mustangs has disconnected Anthony back there. I think the rest are done with Q other than Heath. So not sure what Heath is waiting for. These 2 did not register laps. Heath has not registered one either yet, but if he hasn't at this point, I would assume he's not going to. Where are the 23 and 24 from? Mid-South and Canada. Okay, so they're not stereotypically idiots, but, but who knows. So I guess that first lap would have stood. 19.7. We found about a tenth and a half, not quite, on that second lap. I think that there's more out there in both. My turn 1 on lap 2 was not great. My turn 2 was exit for sure was not great. Probably could have gotten close to that 19.2 that I have been running as a PB. Hopefully we don't need it in this race, but I feel, I don't know. I'm not going to speak too much on this. We still got to go out there and perform. We'll see how it goes, but it'd be nice to just pick up the win here. Check this one off the list. That'd be really cool. I feel good about it. I feel good about the car track combo. It's just about executing. So, pole winner in the 86s up by 4/10 over the one car, Taylor Lane. Not familiar with any of those names up at the front. Am I familiar with any of these names? Since I was a PCC rep, the people that run this have it's almost been a complete turnover. There aren't really very many holdouts other than prominent Mazda guys, but most of the 86 guys ran other stuff prior to this, and most of the Jetta Solstice guys, have moved on to other things or not race anymore or whatever. So, all right, we are ready. We'll uncheck tires, make sure we're ready to go, get our faster pair in case of an absolute disaster. Yeah, so I'd expect around 20 laps, maybe a little bit less. So we should have plenty of fuel for that with this old set that I think is probably overfueled by a little bit. Interesting with the new Spire calls. I mentioned that the other day. New Spire calls that say how many cars are left to grid is an interesting touch. And thank God we have a short pace lap around here, because I have seen no reason we have to have a full pace lap. So we are ready. Appreciate y'all coming. Make sure you drop that like and a sub down below. Don't even miss any of the action from iRacing that I may post or anything else. And wish me luck. Hopefully this is a good race. I could use a nice pick-me-up and a really good run here. It's been a while since we've had a really interesting, good road race. I've run a lot of different stuff, GT3, GT4, Formula Vs, but it's been a while since I've gotten a really solid, smooth, successful race in, so I would love to get that here. Still waiting on a couple of cars to grid. Expect some to start from the pits. Heath, my guy, you don't know. Do not let the faster cars go. Hold your line, do your thing, we will pass you. Do not ever jump out of the way. That is a cardinal sin of multi-class racing. And in this series where there are 4 classes, it's a disaster. So, a couple seconds left here. My balls are weak today. Jared, you're quite the guy. All right. We're ready. We are ready to go. Let's try to finish this one out and capitalize. How about that, huh? We are ready. Only one car looks like is starting from the pits and or missed the start. All right, we're ready. Short pace lap. So just in the last corner here. Again, no idea where pace car dips. I mean, I know where the pace car is going to dip, but no idea when green comes out after that, I suppose. So we'll do our best here. Obviously going to be a short run up to the line to start. It's going to be key. We are underway. Here we go. "25 minutes. Let's do this." Just typed in 4th there. Not sure if that was correct or incorrect to do. That's what I went with. Like to get away. I don't see it happening. We're not that much faster than the cars behind. But if they want to fight over each other or defend or whatever, that's cool, obviously, with me. But I don't think we're just going to run away immediately, at least. No mistakes is the key. Nice and easy here. Cold tires. You can easily beat yourself here at this point of the race, but you can't win it. Don't want to take too much tire out here early. All right, decent first lap. We got some gap at least. Made a lap, got a little bit of tire heat. Now we can focus up, no mistakes. So a little bit of a gap back. Let's just keep focusing forwards. Again, not sure if you even need 3rd or 4th through there. Probably leave it in 4th, but we'll go with 3rd. Nice and patient through there, keep the rear tires on it. Gotten a little bit of that gap I was looking for. Obviously, I'd like more gap. Any gap to get out of heavy draft range or out of threat from a dive bomb or something is good. Make them work harder to catch up and we'll be okay. So, trickiest corners here, in my opinion. Not the hardest corners. In my mind, I'm still struggling more with turn 1, but at least through there, it's tricky to get it right. So, there we go. There we go. There we go. Good lap that time as well. Opened up a little bit of a gap behind. Just over 2 seconds. See what this lap time is. 19.5. Happy with that. Probably just hold fourth through turn 1, but I like having that little bit of extra rotation, so we'll continue to use third unless it starts giving us issues. Seem to be just marginally better than the cars behind. Not killing them or anything, but second and third are close enough to each other, and we're just ever so slightly pulling from them in a couple of corners. So happy just to maintain, honestly. Gotten the gap, we've gotten away without making mistakes. Gotten some tire heat now. Just about doing all the right things. There we go. Confident that there's time in some of these heavier braking zones that I'm missing out on, but still doing okay. Lost a little bit of time there to Jean in the last corner. Nice and conservative. Make sure we get through there in one piece. Not the fastest, but alive is key. Again, keeping tires on it's going to be a key to me. Pace will come and go, I suppose. Christian up to fourth place. He's about 10 seconds back already, so it is a 3-horse race at the front with Jean and Jared. I said Jared like it's Canadian that time. Jared. I think I forgot to plug the YouTube. I'll do that post-race if I remember that. Lost a little bit more time this lap to Jean. Looks like he's getting through some of these trickier corners a little better than I am, but didn't make up much ground, only about a tenth or two there, so not bad. Still think I am losing time in turn 1 for sure. .3 behind, so gained about a tenth there. Cool with me. Not concerned in the slightest. Keep being nice and smooth and patient with this. Again, traffic's going to be a key where we catch them and how many, obviously. So that's what we're focused on, no mistakes. Couple of corners there actually made some good time. Good gap. Yeah, losing about 2 or 3 tenths in the last corner there. Just not quite sure if I'm prioritizing the entry more than the exit, and that's costing me down the straightaway, or where exactly that time is, but there's 19.2. Take back the fastest lap for now. decent lap, I think. Gotta be careful not to overdrive this first corner. It's kind of a double apex, and it's pretty tricky, actually, so being smart. No, I got the pace if I need it. I could push a little bit harder, but I think we're in a good spot. Still just trying to maintain, almost a third of the way in already, so doing okay. Of course, the traffic is coming.
T'es trop bête, t'es trop stupide, tu pues la merde. Arrête iRacing.
People are upset, understandable. Rayan there was the leader of the 86s and had to have an issue there and disconnected, actually, so unfortunate. Alright, focus back in here. Try to hold that curb, see how that goes. Gotta be careful with the inside curb there through one. I think the blue cars are the Clios, I'm not exactly sure. Regardless.
Come on, man, have cold tires.
Still doing okay. Jared's still right in touching distance with Sean. That could get interesting if either of them make mistakes or something. Yeah, just losing like a tenth and a half in that last corner. I don't quite know where it is, but no matter. All right, we're in the traffic probably in about the next lap or lap and a half here, so see what we can do with this. Maintaining pretty consistent pace, which I'm happy with. This might be the only Clio. I just realized this dude was in first place, even though he's going to be the first one we catch, so might just be the one Clio in this event, which is whatever. All right. They are definitely close back there, within half a second, so. This is a pretty fun track in this car. Not my favorite by any means, but pretty fun, so enjoying it. Of course, we will have to come here at some point in Formula V, so interesting to see how that drives around here. Yeah, still just about a tenth or a tenth and a half in that last corner. Still okay. See if we can get this Clio here. A little bit conservative there. We're still good. Should we get a nice clean exit off of here? Hopefully make this pass. Thank you. All right, 3 seconds gap now. They're gonna have to deal with the Clio at some point, so as long as they're nice and spread like they are right now, we're gonna be okay. No rush. Clio actually just lets those guys go as well, as I make a little bit of a mistake into that corner. Cost us maybe 2 tenths. Slight mistake. Still close back there, half a second. But again, it's tough to pass here. There's really only one good passing zone. A couple of meh ones, but Really only one big corner to outbrake someone, and there's not a very long straightaway preceding it, so. Just coming up to halfway here. Probably going to be 19 laps. This is track for 18 laps, and then we'll have some time, so 19 laps would be my guess.
Steve, I don't know why you fight the Mazda so hard. You don't get shit out of beating us.
Got that all wrong again. A couple laps in a row now. A couple more tenths. We don't want to hit that curb, at least not like I did. So, looks like there might have been a slight mistake behind, though, for about 2 tenths as well. So, probably just about evened out. Still got to be better than that through that section. Still doing okay. We don't have a comfortable gap by any means, but we're not under immediate pressure. So the interesting part is going to be when we catch these cars that are close in a nice battle here for whatever that is, 10th in class, what we do with that. So. All right, let's get this right, Justin. Well, we at least didn't get it wrong. That was better. Just about maintained.
Dude, what are you doing?
Alright, same deal. We're going to catch the Mazda probably on the backstretch here. See if we can do anything with him
Christian, what
there.
the fuck was that, dude? Some dirty shit, dude.
Nice little bit of a toe there. Thank you. Not sure what these guys ahead here are doing. We're gonna catch them in a weird spot again. Lovely. Slide there by me, mistake. Hopefully we'll catch this guy here. There we go, get by Marcus down to turn 1. Thank you. Sun just starting to become a factor in turn 1, but still not in the worst position it could be, so. Cars behind are going at it a little bit. That nice little couple car buffer will buy us some time if they get caught in the wrong spot, so we'll see how that works out. Traffic is the variable of this series that I love, even though sometimes it bites you in the ass. 8 minutes to go, 1/3 distance. Charles Antoine will also get out of their way, which is both good to see as a lap car when you're not racing anybody and frustrating. But we're still good. Still have a decent gap here, similar gap to what we've had. Much as I love the Mustang, I can't see myself racing it full time like I did when I ran the Solstice a ton. It's just, I enjoy it. It's a fun car. It's a good car. It's just not a car that I get passionate about driving. I don't know quite why that is. Curve there, that's going to be a 1X, but better than dying. So a little bit of a mistake there, a little bit too tight on the exit of turn 1. Compromise this entire sector right here. Picked up the 1X, so there goes the perfect race. But not relevant, not important. 7 minutes to go, still 2.5 seconds. And still only half a second back between those two, so they're definitely close and tight. Still doing okay. That must be, what, about 5 to go here, so. Disconnections here. People having issues as we get later in the race. Definitely started to overrun the front tires a little bit. Big slide turn 1 there. Cost us maybe a 10th.
Dang it, I'm sliding all over the place.
Go. A little better this lap, back in the rhythm. Made a couple tenths there, actually. Maybe the guy behind starting to slide around. They're definitely close. They're within a couple tenths, so they're going to start battling, having to defend a little bit. Again, only one real passing zone, so it's not that hard to defend around here, I don't think, but if you're significantly slower, you're going to have issues, so. Definitely running out front tire here, though. It's hard to get stopped and direction change and stuff, so. Definitely starting to impact me, and I'm sure the guys behind. Rear tires feel okay. Not great, but they're okay. Long sweeping corner is probably not helping our fronts at all here, so. Turn 1, oh, that was really bad. A little bit too shallow. A lot of curb. 5 minutes. Probably be right at about 3 to go. Might only get 18 laps, we'll see how the time works out. Have to slow down just a little bit. Yeah, definitely running through the front tires big time here. They're still close though, 3 tenths back. Don't have to worry about them, but they're going to fight each other. 2 tenths back. Going to be a big draft from Jared here down this back straightaway. Longest straightaway. He's going to get a sniff. What does he do? How defensive do you get if you're Jean? That's the $200,000 question. How much do you push if you're Jared? They're definitely close. Just kidding, I'm dumb. I can't do math. 3 to go here, so will be 19 laps. I'm dumb. I'm not really, I promise. But I feel dumb after this math I've done in this race, so 3 to go. Plenty of gap. They're close back there for second. We won't have a challenge if we don't make any mistakes here. They're not going to make up 3.5 seconds in 3 laps unless I really get something wrong here. So just got to stay nice and patient and smooth. We had our mistake in turn 1, picked up our 1X. They're definitely close back there. I think Jared has a little more tire left, has found a little bit of pace, whatever the case may be. He's down to 2/10. He's going to have a sniff if he chooses to send it. We'll have to see. Let's be nice and patient with Steve up ahead here. Not in any kind of hurry. Definitely slide the front tires off. 4 seconds back now. Coming to 2 to go. Should be able to get this 86 down towards turn 1 here, I think. To wait and see.
Yeah, that was shit, buddy.
Not in any kind of hurry.
Seriously.
Not a great final corner and exit there.
Apologies, Subu. That was a great race, mate.
Sorry about that, Steve. That was poor on my part. I felt that was poor. I should have been better about that, either driven in hard or something. Whatever. We made it. That's the important part. We'll be coming back to the white here. Again, a lot of curb, no pressure. 2 seconds plus the lapper there, which they won't catch for a little bit at least, so. Still close for second. Alright, 1 to go. Final lap around Snetterton. Fun race, good track. Again, not my favorite track, but good track. White flag, 1 lap to go. See if those guys behind are able to get through Steve, or if they get held up any, which would be unfortunate to split up their battle. Guess they're going to catch him just about the same spot I did, which they do. Steve actually gets in between them for turn 1, which is a big no-no as a lapper again, but you know, who knows. Looks like there was a issue there that they got tight together, maybe with the traffic or the entry angles or something, but something happened. Jean's gone off. Not sure if that was Jared induced or not, but Jean has gone off, lost a couple of seconds. Jared's going to get second spot here. Nice and conservative. Only about 3 real corners to go, 1 real brake zone. Through there nicely, nice and smooth through this next right-hand sweeper. Nice and easy, a lot of berth to the grass, no mistakes under braking, nice and conservative. And there it is, folks. Been a while since we've gotten to say this, but we're going to take a nice commanding victory here at Snetterton in PCC. Great race, Sean and Jared. That was a lot of fun. We'll take it all day, every day. Let's go around here.
Good do, Bob.
I'll have to go back and watch what happened to them on the final lap also. But, take a nice P1.
Andre, did you run out of fuel?
No, it was not, bro. There's somebody at the door. At the last lap.
Again, we'll keep going, get some extra SR here. We had an extra 2 gallons in the tank, which is fine. Rather over fuel, obviously.
Sorry,
Probably didn't
guys.
hurt us much at all, if any. Oh yeah, that was awesome. We'll take that every time. So. Happy with that.
That was a great race, Taylor. And Cebu, mate, that was a
Top
great
3
race.
pulled away from all the rest of the
Didn't deserve what
Mustangs.
you got,
4th
mate.
was Alexei Andreu,
That was a good race.
33 seconds back.
Bloody Mustang. That seems to be over the race so much.
Keep going here. Get
Yeah,
all our extra
Mr.
corners.
Smith there, didn't realise he was beaten and kept racing a class he's not racing.
All right, come around. And there's our timer expired. We'll go ahead and park it on start finish line or thereabouts because I have no idea where it is here. There it is. Heck yeah. All right, P1, let's go. Happy with that. Made the one mistake in turn 1, the 1X, but that's going to happen. That's part of racing. Let's see how many incidents those guys behind had. 4 and 3. Check out what happened to them on the last lap there between them. They get to the 86 ahead. Jared chooses to wait. Jean overshoots turn 1. Gets crossed back up. So they're still good here, actually. Jared's going to choose to be patient. John's off in there. He's good. Still good. Oh, just spun the rear tires. Just a slight mistake. John lost the rear end. Bad time. Awful. That sucks, but glad they had a good race. Kept me honest, obviously. I had to work for that, so take that all day, every day. Solid P1 from the pole. Happy with the performance. Happy that we stepped up to the plate, ran a good race. I needed that. It's been a rough couple of goings here, so looks like we're going to get 46 ironing, be back to 2,500 on the dot. Happy with that. We did end up running the best lap. Didn't get the perfect slam with the 1X, unfortunately, but the victory is what's important, so we'll take that. 1,700 for those guys, so they're pretty good drivers. Good racers, clean racers, so glad we got to battle them at the front. Glad we pulled out that best lap there in response and were able to get away. So fun race. 4,700 for Taylor. He picks up second, it looks like, in the 86. It looks like a couple of the Mustangs broke up this battle, which really sucks. So Richard gets away, but these guys never really got a chance to fight for it, or at least Taylor with the Mustangs in there. So yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, but that's going to be it. Make sure you drop a like and a sub down below. Don't want to miss any action from iRacing, Need to be Hop Suit 2, NASCAR Dirt Daytona, Camaro content, or anything else I may post. Happy with the victory, and we'll check off Snetterton and see what else is coming next. Probably going to hopefully be a Rallycross video yet this week. So that's going to be it. Till next time, as always, bye.